It's the silent
Please.
intro.
Why is this your bit
okay,
where you just do?
I need a thing. I need a, need my go-to joke. Right, okay. 3, 2, adjust. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Totally Happening podcast. welcome. Episode 3. Under trois. I am Hogwood, joined by Chavez and our man in the studio. Oh, okay, we're doing hi, sorry. And our man in the studio downstairs, Mr.
Under the
Kung
desk.
Fu Raptor.
I'm under the desk. I'm under the desk.
He's
on cam next episode, am I right?
We just spent
Hopefully.
like a solid 45 minutes trying to set up 3 cameras and then decided that he didn't want to do it because this camera's garbage.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh man.
I apologize for my squeaky chair. Can you hear that when I talk? Like, it's
I
real.
can't hear shit now. I think
can
the
you not?
noise cancelling is getting rid of it.
Okay, good. I need to oil it.
I think before we get started, we should address the elephant in the room for anyone listening or watching in particular, which is the porn stash on Mr. Hogwood.
Oh, it
think-
looks good.
I think
I
the
thought-
elephant in the room for no listeners. I know you said in particular people watching.
Well, yeah. You know what I mean.
If listeners have picked up on that, then fair play.
I can hear it. I can hear the wind blowing through it.
It's whispering to me.
What do we think? Do we like it or not?
I love it. I'm a big fan.
Here's the
I'm too
full
scared. I
side.
want to do it, but I was thinking of because I've got a bit of a beard going.
Mm.
Like if I just shave down there and just have it
Oh,
sideburns
yes.
and the tash.
That's like the trucker,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, trucker slash backcountry weird rapist. I don't know. Just
What?
Yeah.
How does it? Nah.
it's implied. I think. Wait, are you talking about having this entire bit gone?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
just
yeah.
There and there.
So yeah. So it's
Wow.
joined.
That's
at the
biker,
mustache.
not trucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's proper
I don't know if I could pull
Hell's
that off.
Angel style.
How
Nice.
thick are you going to do your moustache?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I'm just going to see how it goes. See what comes of it. You can't just decide on thickness.
Have you?
What do you mean, how thick?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking, Richard on Friends. Do you remember that
No.
guy? The one that
Haven't
Monica
seen
dated?
Friends.
You've
Oh
never seen Friends?
yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
the guy
like
out of Magnum PI?
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it Tom Selleck?
Then
or
say
something?
Magnum
Tom
PI.
Selleck.
Yes. Yeah. Three men
Mm.
and a what?
Wait,
Three
what?
men and a baby is the key elements of the film. 3 men and a baby.
The film? Did you say
Yeah.
film?
It's a
Film?
Yeah.
He
Fill
always
him up.
says-
You think I should thin it? Can you thin a mustache? Just pluck. Just randomly pluck bits.
Have you got?
I want it to be thick and dark.
You got care products? Like a
Oh,
comb.
well, like beard oil. No.
Oh, Raptor's
I do
definitely
not
got
have a
beard
comb.
oil.
Yeah, I do. I got all sorts of care products. When I grew
What?
mine out, didn't I?
Yeah.
Mate, sounds like a waste of money.
You kind of need them. Like it gets itchy, right?
Mm. Well, if you grow the beard in
Yeah.
particular, the oil
Yeah.
is for when it gets itchy, like early on, and then you have to use like a balm to kind of basically soften it and flatten it because it just goes outwards instead of down.
Mm.
That's
But
fair.
you
Yeah.
don't need it for your stash.
Nah, not just yet. Not
Yeah.
just yet.
Well,
You can use, like Regain or Rogaine, or it's called, for your head.
no, I don't.
Suppose
but
neither
I've
of you would
used
have
it.
looked that up just yet. But
I'm all good.
I don't think it works on like male pattern baldness. It's like if you're just losing your hair for whatever, it's
Yeah.
kind of helps it grow back. But if you use it on your face, it's a lot more effective. Apparently, you can use it like on facial hair, because you're not losing your facial hair. It kind of really sets it in. Like if you just wanted thicker hair, you could use it. Not that you need thicker hair, but I'm saying I'm tempted to just use it on my face. Just buy some and put some on my face and just see how thick I could get a beard. Just so dense that
probably
even
be
at like stubble, it's just pitch black, like you've painted it on. There's no visible skin. It's just stubble.
That would be really uncomfortable, I think.
Yeah. Forget 5 o'clock shadow. I want 10 a.m. shadow.
10 a.m.
It's set in. Yeah. But yeah, that's my only new thing since, 2 months ago, the last episode.
Jesus, it's been a while, huh?
Wow. I love how, we want 1 hour Fortnite, Chavez. 1 hour of Fortnite for the podcast, and you sat there texting.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm looking at my
Focus.
notes.
Oh, okay. Sure you are.
He has notes. Okay.
Yeah.
Kick us off.
Depends what you want to. My notes are a mess.
Wait.
Are a mess.
I did make a note. I saw on YouTube or somewhere, just randomly recommended, there's a concept trailer using the Unreal Engine, right? The new one. There's a concept trailer for like an open world RPG Peaky Blinders game.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Like the video looks insane. It was just a short trailer, but I don't know if that was just to kind of show the engine and stuff, or whether that's actually in development. But imagine that. I'd be super
pretty
down
cool.
for that. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
So we got. Should we just move into games? Something to talk about.
I mean, that was games. All right. Fine.
Well, like games we played specifically since the last podcast. If we've got anything going on, I know Hogwood. You've been playing a little bit of Bannerlord. Newly released.
A little bit of Bannerlord. A little bit of Wartales. That was a new game as well.
Oh yeah, true.
Bannerlord is released, so I'd rather not talk about that.
Yeah, I need to know what's happened here.
It's just shit.
I think it was a mix of, because we had a load of tech issues when we were streaming it, which was a bit frustrating.
Yeah, a load of backseaters that knew how to play the game.
Did the backseating piss you off?
Bother me? No, not at all.
Yeah. I mean, I know.
Did you get tilted?
In particular was just he got so tilted. Like for some reason we were playing on like realistic difficulty, I think.
What do you mean for some reason? You're saying I can't handle the single player game on? It's not like it doesn't say difficult. It goes like super easy, and then like Bannerlord, which I assumed was the standard settings for the game, because then it goes to realistic on everything, and then there is no further skip up the difficulty. So I guess it is the hardest thing. There is an Iron Man mode, but that's just to do with saves. You only get one save and auto saves, but it shouldn't be that hard. You just get one shot over and over again by looters. Like they throw a stone at you. Looters have stones. That's it. That's their ranged weaponry.
And they knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right in the
just
temple.
dudes with rocks.
But what's changed? Because you've been playing Bannerlord in early access and it's been released. But what's changed that suddenly made you not enjoy it?
It's the early part of the game. No, I am. It was just like a one-off stream where we're repeatedly struggling. You have to get the very early game. You start with nothing. And you need to earn that bit of money and get lucky with some of the loot to get a decent piece of armor.
Right.
And then you can sustain a couple of rock throws, right? But I didn't have any armor, so died in every battle.
Yeah. I feel like the first part of the game, it looks like it's the hardest bit, like just getting going.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like later on when you've got like good gear and like an army and shit, like I assume just it gets way easier. But for some reason, right at the beginning is just you're just grinding your balls off trying to get something happening.
It depends how you want to play it. So we've been save scumming on stream, but if you were like, okay, I'm only going to have some sort of save rules, right? So the auto save is quite hard. If you just go with that, like reload the latest auto save, or because I'm saving every time I start a battle just before I get into a battle if I can.
Yeah.
But if you say you've built up a a party of 20 people. A couple of those have promoted through different ranks and stuff. You got a bit of equipment stored, like some stuff in your inventory, so food and whatever else, crafting materials and stuff. Some money saved up, bit of equipment on yourself. You go into a battle against 20 looters. You think you know, I have some troops that have leveled, so I should be okay against looters. You get headshot with a fucking rock and hit the deck and die. So then your troops just charge and then, you know, then start fleeing or whatever. You lose. What happens is you get captured taken prisoner by the party that attacked you or you were fighting. You lose all of your troops, all of your equipment, all of or a lot of your money, not all of it. And then basically you have to watch them roam around the map until you can escape, which is just at random at some point. And then you're in a single party of your own. And what messed us up, so I had trouble with this when we were playing in early access, was I didn't want to save scum. I was like, okay, that's fine. That happened. Next time I'll be more careful. But stuck in a perpetual loop, I had to restart because my map speed wasn't quick enough to outrun any of the looter parties. So like you get released as a single person, right? With like no loot, no equipment. And I'm just trying to get to the nearest village or town to recruit somebody. The looters see you, chase you, and they're way quicker than you. And then you fight, lose, get taken prisoner, tramped around the map again, released at random, immediately attacked. So then that was a restart. But
yeah.
they probably, I don't know if they balanced that a little bit more because I immediately restarted when we got caught this time.
Yeah, and I think you kind of just have to, like, it's just way too punishing if you lose a battle. You lose one battle and you're basically starting a square one again.
If, again, late game is probably less of an issue. All right, you might lose your army, but so I don't know if you've noticed that, Chappers, but as you progress, and I don't know if it's to do with influence or renown or how much like a city likes you. So if you do like clear out a bandit thing next to a city or a town, village or whatever, they're what do you call it? Like how much they like you goes up. The further that goes up, and I guess to do with your renown and stuff, the higher level recruit you can recruit. So you don't have to always recruit the lowest level. Like you kind of unlock stages so you can recruit higher level recruits, basically. So if you were further down where you own a few cities, you've already captured a few cities, stuff like that, got a clan together, and you do get caught and you lose your army of like 200. It's a bit punishing, but you can then go back to your town. You still have some money, you still have everything going on. You just need to rebuild your army in that sense. But early game, it just wipes you out, and it's tricky because money early game is pretty a bit like Wartales. That was punishing to start with. Like
100%.
It feels you're going one wage, like weekly wage to the next. Like I need to earn that wage to pay the few troops I do have. But then as soon as you've just earned that, you need to then pay for everything else to recover. And then you have no money again. It's like, okay, but the wages are due. I need to go and find more money. And it's just a bit grindy, but it's fine. I will give it another go. I mean,
well, you did uninstall it, so that's the end of that. Story. You
what was happening?
Bannerlord.
What was happening with the backseat gaming though that made you tilt?
No, it's quite funny, I guess. But
well,
sort of.
there was one person trolling. But yeah, there was like a couple others just like weighing in.
Yeah,
which is fine. Like, everybody, I mean, we had backseating allowed on, so it was like, weigh in if you want.
Yeah, and I like that, and it's useful. That's why I like streaming the game, because other people are way more knowledgeable. Despite I've put like 120, 30 hours into it already, I think. Which is crazy because I didn't know we played it that much, and obviously it's similar to Bannerlord, so I feel like I know the game quite well. But then there's other people that have got so many hours in it and just probably pay more attention and read stuff and look it up, so they know way more. and it's helpful to have those in chat and kind of direct you at what you should be doing to make it a bit easier. But then
it's easy to just ask a question and then just have some pleb in the chat just chime in rather than like I have to go Google it.
Exactly. Yeah. But what was it wasn't like really frustrating me. I was kind of playing up to it a little bit, but it was like, go and do this, and I'm like, yeah, I will definitely, and then I'm getting attacked and dying, and then it's like, why aren't you doing this? Go and do this. Go and do this. And I'm like, I'm trying.
I can't do everything at once.
I just didn't want to admit that I'm shit at the game.
Right.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Wartales is also pretty good.
But
again, like, so we had, what did we have on initially? It was like normal difficulty with scaling levels.
Yeah.
But you have scaling levels on your new save, right? You just turn the difficulty down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was so punishing.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like the resource management is, you constantly trying to get money to pay your like mercenary band.
Yeah.
But then you also need to buy a lot of food and like a lot of like medicine and repair materials and shit. And it's just like a constant loop of, oh, we need to get this money. We need to go do this quest. You get your ass kicked a bit. And then you got to spend all that money on wages and repairing everything. And it was like, you're constantly struggling, it felt like.
Yeah.
But
so like life.
Yeah.
Life.
It's too close to real. I don't like those games. I don't like those games that are too similar to like, where you have to eat. Like if you're playing like an RPG of like a one character, and it's like you need to eat every so often and do stuff. It's like I have to do that in my real life. Why would I want to play a game? And it's like you go and you have to prepare like the stuff and you have to cook it. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. I'm gonna have to do this when I shut the game down. No, hate it. Like
you're not a fan of The Sims, then?
No, I've never played Sims actually, but I don't like the idea.
You wanted to play Rust. That's
you did.
That's because it was so toxic. Apparently,
yeah,
I felt like I could get into that. Just as a group, I don't know if I'd want to play it on my own. I want to play like multiplayer where we gang up on people.
You just want to bully people in Rust.
Yeah, exactly. No, but Wartales, it was weird because I think that one's early access as well. So the balancing might have some issues. And all of the negative reviews, it's got really positive reviews, but all of the negative ones were about the difficulty.
Yeah.
And so there's the scaling. And I think like your party size is matched. So you could do a solo run, like have one character. And it would potentially be possible, I think, to kind of play through where the party size of your enemies don't get too big. But every time you add a new character, it's not always equal numbers, but whatever the party size was going to be, the enemy party size, sometimes they're bigger, smaller, whatever it was going to be, it's increased if you add another character. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
But what was happening was you'd be leveling up. You got 4 people. They're all battling. They're leveling up. And they go to level 3, like pretty evenly, within a couple of battles of each other. They go to level 3. So you're against a band of level 3 people. So then you recruit a 5th person at level 1, but then you're fighting an enemy party of 5 people at level 3. Like they didn't have a level 1 kind of thing. But then when that's extrapolated a bit to like a bigger group of people, whatever, and you might have a level 5 and just a few level 2s, you're up against a party of level 5s, and it was just too difficult. So,
and it scales the equipment with that, right? So
yes,
like your your armor and stuff. Like if like your armor doesn't necessarily get better with your levels. You have to find it or buy it.
Yeah.
So if you're like level 5 with like a shitty level 2 armor, you're still fighting level 5s with probably level 5 armor.
Yeah.
And they're just like stacked out of their mind.
Yeah, and the ability to be able to afford to match. First of all, you got to find that armor, which was pretty hard to come by. But then to be able to afford to kit out everybody in your party with matching level armor when you're against that early money trouble was just a no-go. But I'm digging at it now. What I did was restarted and just dropped the difficulty, kept the scaling, but dropped the difficulty, and that was no longer an issue. So
It's way more manageable now.
I'm still struggling, like with some of the battles. It's not like I'm cruising through it. I still have to think. And there's the weird thing. I know you hate this, Chavez. The weird fire kind of
Such
mechanic.
a bad mechanic. It's so shit. It's such a bad mechanic. So
yeah,
you can set people on fire. Like if you have like a torch in your offhand, you can just swing it at an enemy and set them alight. The problem with that is anything that's on fire at the end of its turn will set everything around it on fire. So it turns into like Divinity 2 wrapped. Where
like
just everyone's fucking on fire. Yeah, and there's no way to put it out. You just, well, not that I know of. So eventually, like these enemies that are on fire just run into your lads, set them all ablaze, and it's just, you're just taking constant tick damage.
It's not worth the damage because that comes back to the healing element. So any damage you take on armor or health then needs to be repaired after battle using a repair kit or a medicine, which are expensive, or you have to craft them. And it was just like not cost effective. Like
I think they need to fix the fire mechanic. That definitely needs to get like just nerfed.
Yeah.
I think overall it's a pretty good game so far. It's in early access, right? So it's
So I've been like dumping on it for 10 minutes, but it has the potential. I played about 40 hours, so I've been playing off stream. I started it on stream, right? We did a couple of streams, and then one day it was like, oh, I can't really stream. I don't know if you were busy or I just whatever it was. But I booted the game, and I've played like 40 hours. It's potentially going to be one of like my top 10 games.
Yeah,
I really like it. I don't know how big it is at the moment. It feels quite big, but they're adding. They seem to be consistently adding new kind of areas to it, and new missions and stuff like that. And there's always patches, so they're really on it at the moment. But the gameplay is like really not simple, but it's hard to explain. So it's kind of got that top-down map navigation view. I don't know if you've seen it, Raptor, but
yeah.
So whereas Divinity, it's like RPG, and you kind of just move around as the character, and then the battle starts. It's more like Bannerlord, traversing the map from like I don't know what view you'd call that, but you kind of pop out of your party a little bit, and you're looking down on them, and then you traverse the map, and you see bits, and you click on a village, and you go to that village, and navigate it that way, and then when you meet another party on the map, it goes to the kind of top down, well, not quite top down, but that
like
turn-based
view.
But I don't know, the artwork, the music, just the atmosphere is like definitely my kind of game.
Also, and just like some of the gameplay elements, like going inside, like if you go in like a cave or like a tomb, it turns into like a point-and-click adventure. It's really weird. You can't see your party, but you're just going like room to room, and like you've got like a fixed camera view, and you just have to find stuff on the screen and like figure out puzzles and stuff. It's like they've mashed like so many game mechanics together. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. Bit of variety though.
Nice.
It's good. Also, so keep you posted.
Also, like what I didn't expect, because on the face of it just looks like a sort of medieval kind of game, right? But they're sneaky. They got like this like fantasy element to it. There's like ghosts and what did you meet? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
there was a giant rat queen, which was fucking weird.
Just I did not know that was in it. So all of the gameplay that I had seen of it was just standard medieval real world stuff kind of thing. So that it was quite good to play it, and that to be a surprise. So like kind of moving across the map through woodland, and your sight range kind of gets limited a little bit. Then this kind of white fog expanded out of the middle of the woods, and you're in this kind of fog thing. And then a party of wolves appeared and like, attacked you, but they're like ghost wolves. There are wolves like separately in the game, but these are like ghost wolves. Kind of just I don't know, they had like a different feel to it. And then halfway through that battle, a nightmare, inverted commas, appeared, which is like this massive kind of ghost-looking stag weird thing, like huge compared to any of the other characters in the game.
It looked very Witcher-like.
Yeah. So like these different kind of monsters.
Cool.
And then in the tomb, like you were saying about the tomb, there were these the mole rats, which are quite fun because we've recruited one of those.
Yeah,
which find
so you
randomly
can
find
recruit
cheese.
animals, you can capture them. Oh, so good. Yeah. So not only that, so like in your party, you assign like a captain. Like so you can have like almost like ranks. So you have like a captain, you can assign lieutenants, and you can make a mole rat a lieutenant for no particular reason whatsoever.
Why wouldn't you?
Why
wouldn't you? So now we have a lieutenant mole rat.
The thing is, we're attached to it.
Who's also an alcoholic.
Yes.
Somehow.
So there's another element. They have like the characters
they have debuffs.
Different traits. Yeah. Like some of them are positive, some are buffs, and some are debuffs. You choose them at the start. You recruit for characters at the very start, and then other characters in the game already have them. But then different like random things during the game sometimes give a character a trait as well, which like are uncontrollable from your side. But yeah, the alcoholic mole rat, that debuff is that every time you camp, you have to feed them, and you put different food into like the camp thing when you decide to like camp, whatever. But the fact that he's alcoholic, it means when you put the food in, some of that has to be alcohol. So you need to put a wine in or a beer or whatever it is. And then other characters could
grumpy.
be like, I don't know if there's like a vegetarian one or whatever. I know there's one for meat, so it has, some people are like meat eaters, so you have to have that in the food. But then it gets a bit like complicated, I guess, if you get all of the different traits for food, because you need to make sure you match each one. Otherwise the like morale and happiness and stuff get affected. But this, like for the, you know, what I thought the game was, there's a lot to it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So,
and they're
I want to
doing
get to
multiplayer soon, so I don't know what that's.
I don't know how that would work, but
no idea.
I'll be interested.
But if it's good, I think I'll get it.
Would you play it? You've watched me play quite a bit. How do you feel about it? Like,
I kind of like it. I like the look of it. It looks quite entertaining, and it like it seems like there's a lot to discover in the game, like lore wise, and
yeah. And the latest update or big update was a new area, but a city. So I can't wait to I haven't found it on the map yet, but I can't wait to explore around that. Because it's mostly countryside, mountains and stuff that you've been exploring at the moment, with villages dotted around and different like locations and stuff. But a city would be interesting. Anyway, that's enough of my game waffle. What's everyone else been playing?
Raptor, what have you been playing?
Oh, you know what I've been playing? I've been playing Marvel Snap.
Snap.
Brand new mobile game.
Oh my lord. It's better than I thought it would be, I'll be honest.
I was going to ask if you carried on playing it and if you enjoyed it or not.
I did enjoy it. I played a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. The progression doesn't seem to like gated, like money gated yet. But
yeah. It's I'm
on a mad win streak.
Yeah, so was I to begin with, to the point where I thought I was coming up against just bots, because it's like they just launched the game and I thought, they just want people to have a good time, so this must be bots. But I'm now at a point where I'm losing quite a lot.
Shit.
But
I think people just make bad decisions.
I should probably describe the game just briefly, if anyone is actually listening to this podcast and doesn't know what it is.
Marvel Snap, baby.
Marvel Snap. So it's a card game. You can play it on Steam as well. Although the screen on Steam looks like a mobile screen. They haven't extended it to like widescreen yet, but it still works fine. But yeah, it's really short games. I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes a game.
There's 6 turns, right?
6 turns. So yeah, you start with like each card has like costs and power, and then each turn you have like 1 power, then 2, then 3, then 4, all the way up to 6. And yeah, the games only take a few minutes to play, but you have a deck of about, is it 10 cards, 12 cards? It's a really small deck as well.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I think it's 12 actually. But yeah, the game board is you have like 3 locations in the middle, and each location has like an ability. So it might just say like all cards have +2 power after turn 4, or you can't play cards here, which is like a weird one, but it's to do with some of the card mechanics.
Yeah.
But yeah, each turn you play your energy to put cards down on the locations, and basically you've got to win 2 out of 3 locations by having the most power on those 2 against your opponent. But did you get to the snap mechanic I kept talking about?
No, I still haven't.
You still haven't? I wonder when that happens. But basically, the way you progress through the games, they have like a rank system, so it goes up to 100, and you win these cubes, and the more cubes you have, the more you progress up the ladder. But the snap system's like almost like a gambling mechanic within the
game. You're like betting on yourself, right?
Basically, yeah. So if you feel confident you're in a winning position, you can press the button on top of your screen where the cube is, and it says that you've snapped, and then the opponent gets that notification to say you've snapped. If the game, at that point they can retreat, so they can minimize their losses, so they will only lose 1 cube. If they carry on the game, it then progresses to like a minimum of 2 cubes as a loss, and then on the final turn it goes to 4 cubes as a loss. If you both snap, all of that doubles. So the most you can win or lose on the final turn is 8 cubes. But yeah, so it's just a way of accelerating through the rank ladder, or accelerating downwards if you keep snapping and you keep losing.
I get the feeling that's where I'm going.
Yeah, it's quite a skill. I think you've almost got to really judge the situations. Like you won't climb the rank ladder if you just play out every single game. Like you've got to know when to retreat, know when you're losing, and just escape by losing 1 cube. Especially if your opponent snaps and you're looking at the board thinking, "Oh, is he bluffing me, or is he likely to have like a good game plan here?" You must want to just retreat at that point if it doesn't look good for you. But like the way you progress and unlock more cards is a weird one. I've not seen it in a game, but it's all based around the cosmetics. Which Hogwood, you'll love this because you love cosmetics in games, right?
I do, yeah. Oh yeah.
Big fan.
So the way it works is when you complete missions and quests and whatnot, you'll earn these credits, and when you play games with cards, you'll earn these little booster tokens for those cards specifically. Once you accumulate enough of each, you can then upgrade your card's rarity level. And it's the same as what you're used to with most games. It will go like common, uncommon, rare, epic,
Golden,
legendary.
Yeah, I mean, literally, when I was streaming it for a bit, that was basically the entire stream. Was like,
you can't help it. So then it goes all the way up, and then like when you upgrade the rarity of a card, it then increases your collection level, and it's like a separate like ladder. But on that collection,
there's like like 1,000 different progressions that you have to.
Yeah, but the collection level is then where you unlock the new cards, or you get boosters or credits as well. So it's almost incentivizes you to make your cards look better, so that you can unlock new cards and make your collection bigger.
Okay.
And all you've got to do is play the game to actually do that. There's no monetary thing required.
What is the monetary element?
Well, I think the way they're going about it is cosmetics. Obviously, it's variants on card artwork. So you could have there's quite a few at the moment, but you got the standard comic book style, which is like the ones you get when you first start the game, and then they might have like a like a pixel art version of a character, or I don't think there's quite a lot of different styles, but the people that actually care about cosmetics and want them can pay for the currency needed to then buy those variants that are in the shop. So I guess that's where they'll make the money. But I think they made like 2 million within the first week of launch.
Yeah,
so
sense.
It's done quite well.
I'm surprised it's that low.
Yeah, I was going to say, for Marvel, is that worth it?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I guess a lot of Marvel fans have probably clicked on it because they like Marvel, but then they're probably not into this style of game because it's just like a strategy card game. It's not like action that you'd expect from Marvel. It's like nothing like it. So it probably turns people
when
off.
I heard it, it's like Snap. Like, why the fuck would I want to play Snap?
Yeah.
So I was completely uninterested. Yeah.
Is it like,
was it?
I watched it
I thought
briefly.
it was based on the card game.
When you were streaming, I was watching you play. Is it like Gwent? I got like Gwent vibes.
It's kind of like Gwent, yeah. In that you're not like fighting other cards. You're just trying to have like a higher power level,
outnumber
at the end.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to point out, I looked it up on Steam and just scrolled down, and the first review, this is it, one sentence: I am free from my Hearthstone prison.
I freed myself a long time ago.
There's a lot of Hearthstone players that have gone to this game purely because, not just because it's a card game, but a lot of old Hearthstone developers from back in the day have developed this game. So I guess they've just followed it because they're sick of Hearthstone at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I like about the game most is just how quick the games are. Like if you just want to just load it up and play a couple of games in the space of 5 minutes, you can.
I like that
it's
element.
Quite accessible.
Yeah. 6, because it doesn't sound a lot. 6 turns, does it? Like.
Yeah. So like every turn really matters. Like you've really got to think about what cards to play. But the more I go through it, the more cards I unlock, the more interesting it's becoming. It does feel a bit basic at the start.
I guess you probably there's very little leeway for a misplay, whereas occasionally in Hearthstone, a misplay not the end of the world when you're playing I don't know how many 20 turns or something like that.
Yeah,
you probably can't come back from a misplay in this.
Right? The one thing I found is because there's only 6 turns. If you draw badly, let's say it's turn 1, you've got 1 energy to play. You've maybe got 3 1 energy cost cards in your deck, but you don't draw any of them. You can get away with skipping that 1 turn, but if I've had it a couple of times where I've just had loads of like 3s and 4s in my hand, so the first 2 turns I haven't been able to play, and after 2 skipped turns, that's it. You're just not worth carrying on. Just retreat and leave.
So you need to make sure you're curved then.
Yeah. You got to build your deck. Wow.
Okay.
It's worth saying that you play your turns at the same time, so you're guessing what they're going to do at the same time as you're doing it, because like some cards react to what they do as well. So like you're trying to figure out where's he going to place it, which location, like because you might have something that counters it or gets buffed something.
There's an element of you kind of have to really get to grips with the cards that are available. They're kind of grouped into like pools, so like pool 1, 2, and 3. So you can only unlock those cards in that first pool when you get to a certain collection level, and then it unlocks the next set of cards. So you can get to know the strategies and the certain popular cards and what to expect. You might see like the first 5 turns and you go, I know what their like finisher is. This is the card they're gonna play, and where are they gonna play it? Most likely here. Okay, I want to win this other location instead. Then it's like it does make you think strategically about kind of whether you can win, and if you can, what's the best way of doing it to counter your opponent, which I quite like.
The concurrent element is intriguing. That's very different to, I think, any other card game I've played.
And that's why the games are so quick.
Yeah,
true.
But
what's the turn timer?
Well, that's the one bit that's pretty bad at the moment. It's technically in early access, so I guess they can make changes quite quickly. But it's You'll get if you if you take too long, it will just tell you've timed out. But there's no actual timer anywhere or any
There's no
indication. No
It's
warning. All
difficult
you
to tell.
get.
There's like a little bar that fills up, right? But it's pretty hard to see. So like if you're not
Is
paying
there?
attention
I
to
haven't
it,
seen it.
I think it's the end turn button where there's like a little bar that fills up.
I have not seen that. Okay, well, it's that small that I've played. I don't know how many games on this, and I've never seen it.
Are you playing on mobile?
I've played on both
Okay.
Steam and mobile. But
Interesting.
yeah,
Is
you
it
get
cool?
like if you get close to the end of the turn, like the surround of your whole screen starts to like glow a bit red, and then but that doesn't last very long, and it just says you run out of time.
Yeah. Tough luck, bitch.
Like, great.
Tough
Yeah.
luck next time. Just skip turn 5, idiot.
Yeah. So I would recommend it. It's a fun little game. You know, when you're on the shitter, you want to play
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
Mate, you can get like a good like 5 games in on the shitter.
Yeah, you can.
Quality.
Oh,
You could probably rank up
interesting.
a couple of times.
Mm.
Marvel Snap. I've also been playing it a little bit.
Anything else?
You can't battle your friends yet, though. That's one thing I would
Not
say.
yet, and that's just because of the way the game mechanic works with the ranking and the snapping. Like, I think I read something as they are developing like a person versus person sort of way of playing.
There
I
doesn't
can't
need to
really
be like
remember.
any rewards or like ranking for it. You just play people for fun. Right?
Yeah, but it sort of doesn't work in the way that it's set up at the moment. They're designing it in a slightly different way so that you can, I think maybe like a best of 3 type way of doing it. I can't quite remember. I did read it, but
That'd be cool.
it's in development.
Well, Hogwood, as a massive Marvel fan, I think you'd love this.
Mate, you know me and Superman. Love it. Batman's
Son
my
of a
favorite.
bitch. Get out. I've been playing some Overwatch 2.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we need to say too much about that because everyone knows what Overwatch 2 is. It had a really awful launch. Oh my lord. I don't know if you
Why?
saw it. So when they launched, I think they immediately got like DDoSed. And there were like queues of like 40,000 or something. So people were queuing for hours only to get like kicked out the game and then put to the back of the queue and shit. It was
Oh my god.
not good. It was not good at all. And that went on for quite a while, I think. Like it was a good few days. The game was just basically unplayable. But other than that, it's just I didn't play much of the first game. I played a bit, but like I didn't really get into it the same way that other people did. And then by the time I like wanted to play it, the game was dead. So like, you know, you're queuing for a game for like half an hour or whatever.
What's different?
What's different about Overwatch 2?
Yeah,
Not a lot. It's basically the same game.
but why then?
But
why have they launched it then if it's the same
Call of
game?
Duty does that though.
So-
Call of Duty Warzone are going to bring out Warzone 2, right?
It's basically
And it's
the
just
same game.
upgraded everything.
I'm kind of they've made some tweaks to it. So in the first Overwatch, you had 6-person teams where you'd have 2 of each class. So you'd have like 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 support. They've changed that now to 5-man teams with 1 tank. So the tank in this game now is like really important. And the tanks got buffed as well, like alongside that. So now the tanks feel like super powerful. But I think the downside with that is that all the other characters feel kind of weak. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoy Overwatch. I'm a big fan of it, and I'm desperate to sort of just switch to it and get away from Apex. To be honest,
I enjoyed it when we played it. It just felt a bit overwhelming. I don't know about you, Hogwood. It's just so many characters unlocked
it
immediately.
100% is.
Yeah. No, I've played it twice, and I enjoyed it, but like you know what I'm like with change. And rather than sitting down and going, okay, there's a lot. Let's just pick one. Let's just have a go in the firing range. And I just sit there and cry and go, I can't. It's too overwhelming. It's too much. But no, we did play it again the other day, and I enjoyed it more the second time actually. Because I was like, there's one character. I played one character. I understand.
You picked a hard
each of
one
the
as
things.
well.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, I know what this does. Fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think you need kind of like two or three in each of the categories. And then you could probably enjoy the game and mix it up.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the fact that there's so many, and you can change during a game. I think if you're like, I'm not feeling this specific one. So the one I've got is like a sharpshooter kind of guy. He's
with
a bit like
pistol.
having the wingman, right? Yeah. So it's if you're just like, I'm not feeling that, I need to switch it up. You can switch mid battle, right?
That's good.
I don't think he's very meta anymore.
Okay.
But I think he's still pretty good.
Damn it! You just learned how to use this character.
They nerfed him pretty hard because you could basically snipe at range, but now like the damage drop off at range is like huge.
Okay.
So he's more like medium range now.
Okay.
I think he's still quite good though.
But just a couple of different ones, so you can mix it up.
Yeah.
Fun.
I basically only play support. I haven't played anything else. I played like a bit of tank. But
that's good, right?
Overwatch has the same problem it's always had, which is role queue. Because every motherfucker wants to play DPS. So the longest queue is always DPS. And if you queue for anything, so you can queue for a random role, right? But it's never random because you always end up with support because no one's playing support. So you'll get queued into a game immediately and you'll be support. But that's just the way it is.
I enjoyed it. I only played it once, but you probably feel the same, Hogwood. But I get so used to one game and how it feels and plays and the controls that I then look at this other game and I'm like, I don't know if I can be bothered to like learn all the key bindings and all the characters and
all the
it's
mechanics
just so daunting,
and maps and like. Well,
it's still
you remember
shooter.
how
you just point and click.
You remember how you had to drag me kicking and screaming from Fortnite to Wave?
I do remember.
I did not want to go. Yeah. So you have to do it again, Travis.
I feel like, I don't know, man. I think there's always that part of me that likes Apex, but I'm so done with the.
Yeah.
I think
I dying immediately and going back to the goddamn lobby and queuing for another fucking game.
I think that's the only problem for me with Apex, really, and the only thing that would make me want to push to Overwatch potentially at the moment is not the game itself. Like, I like the mechanics of Apex. I like the legends and their abilities and all of that, but the matchmaking is the one killer blow that just makes you not have fun.
Yeah.
And if they just change that and fix that in some way, like, it would be fine, but it doesn't look like that's ever going to happen. It's just screwed.
Yeah, and has the smurfing increased? I don't remember it being so much of an issue earlier on.
It's every game, isn't it? It's every single match you load into.
But it's it's almost unbelievable the amount of level 1 to 10s. Like, I get smurfing, but are they?
You want to do it?
No, I want to try it. I wish it would work, but it wouldn't.
No.
But
no, because you'll just be playing with all the other Smurfs.
Exactly. But are they getting? Is it like level 20? Like, they smurfing after every 10 games, or I don't understand how there's that many. Every game you log in, or every other game, and the champion squad is level 1 to 10, 1 to 20, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's like, how there can't be that many smurfing and that quickly. Like, surely.
I think,
but then that's the matchmaking. Maybe, I don't know.
It must play into their player count, right? Like, their player count can't be accurate because there's just
yeah.
all these Smurf accounts. Let's have a look at the Steam charts, see where they're at.
Who was I playing? I might have been playing with Raz. Can't remember. But we had a Smurf. Because we were playing ranked or whatever, and he was super low level in our rank, and then he had like an insane amount of kills for like his level.
Yeah.
And Raz just said in chat, like, why do you smurf? And he said, no, I think he said, are you smurfing? And he said no with a winky face. And then Raz said, why do you do it? And he said, oh, no, I played on console or whatever. He's just switched. It's like, okay. So you've suddenly become elite with mouse and keyboard in sort of 10 games. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit sus.
Is there aim assist in Apex if you play with the controller?
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Oh, I mean, we played on PlayStation to begin with.
Yeah.
I went back to it.
I went back to it and loaded it up. I don't know how long after I started playing mouse and keyboard, but it was quite a while. And I felt like I couldn't use my thumbs. Trying to like aim with the thumbstick, it was the most foreign thing ever. I just could not do it. It's like the screen was spinning around in circles when I tried to move it. I just couldn't lock onto anything.
There's no way I can go back now.
I kind of want to have a go now, see what it's like.
Well, plug your controller into the computer and do it next time.
Yeah, but my controller's shocking as well. It's like off.
It won't make a difference, mate.
Brand. That's what I'm going to blame it on.
You're going to go buy one of these scuff controllers just so you got the top end when you do it.
It makes me feel like my dad. Like when I'm trying to play with the controller now, I'm like, oh no.
But yeah, I think also Battle Royale as a game mode, I think is just, it feels like it's running its course to me personally. Like everyone's tried to do it and it's getting a bit old and people are sick of that format, because even Apex is starting to like release different game modes and test new game modes out that people want to play, like that Control one, for example.
The new Call of Duty thing. I've never really played Call of Duty, but that's just released, right? Modern Warfare something, and that's game mode. That's not a battle royale. It's different team deathmatch, search and destroy, and other game modes.
I think that's more fun.
So the classic Call of Duty multiplayer.
Yeah, it was a bit like Overwatch. Like it's not perpetually back to the lobby. It's like it can be shit, but at least I'm still in the game.
I'm still playing. Yeah.
You're gonna get better quicker because you don't have to sit loading for so long.
Yeah.
Like if we play like 3 hours of Apex, how many accumulative minutes are we in a fight?
It's not
True though.
So we're not going to get any better, are we? Because it's like, all right, we'll loot for 15 minutes and then there's someone. Oh damn, headshot! I'm down.
That was our experience the last time we played.
Yeah.
Awful.
But they throw us a win every now and again.
They
just
tease us with it.
Yeah.
Anything else we've been playing?
I've been playing some random indie games, but not lots to talk about.
I've downloaded Skyrim, but I've not played it.
Oh, I can't wait for your Skyrim.
All these years.
Oh, we played
Labyrinthine.
Yeah.
Which Chavez is definitely going to play with us.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched a bit of your VOD. It was so funny. Just like Hogwood getting
jumpy.
Get up.
It's quite good with like there's mixture of puzzles and stuff though, right? So it's not just jump scares.
Yeah.
But there are jump scares.
Oh yeah.
For anyone listening, it's just a maze in the dark with something chasing you, and you've got puzzles to do to get out of the maze.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's got like your classic Phasmophobia, like proximity chat and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The sound is good. I think we should play more of the story because I think that's different, right? It was different locations and stuff to the maze. The maze was fun, but the story kind of, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because there's indoors and stuff. I had to flick through like the screenshots, and it's not just the mazes. I know we've been outdoors for what we've played, but there's buildings and other stuff which could be super sketchy.
Yeah.
Which be interesting. Look at Shay.
Look at him shaking his head.
Come on. You'll love it.
Do not want to play that.
No, you are.
I'm gonna die. It will kill me.
Content, baby.
Yeah.
Content.
Some good clips.
Premium
How long we
content.
How long we got?
I've been going for about 50 minutes.
Right. The final 10 minutes, I want to ask one of my questions, if you don't mind, unless anyone's got anything else pressing. It's game related,
Go on.
but it was basically, I know we've talked about what our favorite games are and stuff like that, but what if you could choose that you know, I want there to be a game that is this, what would it be? Like, you don't have to create it or whatever, but it just is this genre of game, it's this specific setting. What would your ideal game be that doesn't already exist?
Have you got an answer for this already that you thought
Do you want me
about?
to start you off? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought about it a little bit. So it would be an RPG, like you know my kind of games that I play. So it could be a mix of, like, I don't know, Bannerlordy, Assassin's Creed, the Wartales game, the Red Dead kind of size, right? That RPG element of open world, free roam, doing all sorts of side quests and stuff, but still have a nice story to follow. But it would be Lord of the Rings, which I know there's like Middle Earth games, and I've only played Shadow of War a little bit. I need to give it a bit more, but it's restricted, big, but it's restricted in like the certain setting. So it's like it's in Mordor, or the first one was, right. So it's in specific areas. I want the entire Lord of the Rings lore and maps, and so I want to be able to just chill out in the Shire, right, and do some farming if that's what I want to do. I want to be able to then go and explore Minas Tirith, all of them, just the entire map, all of the lore in all of the Lord of the Rings content. I just want that as a free roam, but with a story if you want, you know, and different objectives and side missions. I know it's you know, we're far away.
I suppose that's the point of the question, right?
Yeah, exactly. But
Okay.
one day.
I've got, so you just made me think about exactly what I want, actually, what I've always wanted. So I grew up playing all the Pokemon games, and I loved them as they were.
Yeah.
But I always wanted, and I've only just realized I still want this, was like a massive, like, open world RPG type game, but Pokemon related. Where again, there's a story, you can go through it, but there's so many different regions you could go to, and you just encounter them.
Yeah.
So it's not the rigid format that Pokemon has always stuck to. Where you do your gyms and stuff, and then you're Elite Four, and then you can battle the champion.
Set your story, so it's not as linear as that, but it's
not as linear. And there's side quests, and there's things you can get involved with, and you encounter these Pokemon, like the legendary Pokemon stuff, are almost a quest in itself, because it's like, or you could even like, is it in the game? Is it not? Like, you almost want to go and find it and see if it's there. Just that massive open world game for it. It'll never happen, but that's what I always wanted growing up, and I still would love that.
Nice. I like that.
The new Pokemon game is kind of going that way.
Is that Arceus, or it's called?
No. There's a new one coming out this year.
Okay.
It's coming out end of the year, I think. But it's going to be like Arceus, like 3D. But it's going to be open world, I think. So you can almost choose to do the gyms in whatever order you want, and you can kind of just go anywhere.
Interesting.
Right.
Which could be good.
It sounds like similar kind of thing.
Heading towards it.
Yeah.
It will never be as good as you want it to be.
Oh God, no.
But,
I accept that.
I don't know what region it's going to be set in.
Yeah.
I'd almost want to be able to like visit all the regions that have been in the games. Like, they just put it into one big map.
Yeah.
And you could visit any.
That's why I loved Pokemon Gold, like being able to go between
Kanto and Johto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Blew my tiny little brain when I was
Me too.
That would be good.
What about you, Travis?
Oh man, that's too hard. A lot of games I play at the moment are kind of a bit diverse. I don't know what I'd settle on. I always go back to like Legend of Zelda, but like I don't think I can come up with something better than what they've already got. Just give me a remake of Ocarina of Time. Full HD.
You're a simple man with simple desires.
Give me that. Just a 1-for-1 remake of that game.
Dream come true.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I was thinking like space game.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of like a not too expansive, like not No Man's Sky, like where it's just like there's infinite solar systems, and I want it to be a bit more condensed than that because I want it probably a bit more story rich and a bit more populated, like planets with like big cities and like kind of like a cyberpunky vibe. Be kind of cool. Fly around in a spaceship.
Sounds good.
Kind of RPG like.
It's weird, isn't it? I don't know what it says about me. I reckon a psychologist would read into this, but that open world, I never want to be able to reach the edge.
Yeah.
Like, if there were Lord of the Rings, I don't want there to
mind.
be a that's as far as the map goes.
Yeah.
I want it to be infinite, not infinite as in I want to keep exploring infinite. I just never want to touch the side. Where you're like, oh, I can't go any further.
That is the title for the podcast. I never want to touch the
sides.
Oh,
man,
okay.
that's so good.
There it is. I know what you mean though, because there's a lot of maps that I've been on in old games where
it just takes the magic out of it.
Either I've done it or like you see it online where people are trying to do it, but that people try and go past the map limits, whether it's Skyrim and trying to get over that damn mountain that you're not supposed to be able to scale, but for some reason the horse climbs over it. Or it's like I remember GTA San Andreas was one where people just flew out into the ocean and kept going on this jetliner until it just wouldn't let them go any further because they heard rumors there was another island you could get to. People just want more.
It's like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to ever happen in a game. I don't want to hit the edge and be like, wait, I'm in a game. You want I don't know, that kind of feeling of you're not in a game and you could just continually explore forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't deal with that stuff anymore.
I wouldn't want the like, what's it called? Where it like artificially generates it. I can't remember what it's called, but like those space games where it just
like the procedural generation stuff.
Yes,
like Minecraft, where it just keeps generating new.
Yeah, because you want that. Not in depth, but what's the word you use? Where it's populated and there's stuff going on.
There's detail in it.
Yeah.
Would it satisfy you if it was almost like a globe is, like if you go to the edge of the map, but it goes back around on itself?
Yeah. I want the world in a video game.
Who's got time for that, man?
This is one of those things where it's like, why don't you just go outside?
Touch some grass.
Go for a fucking walk.
Yeah, go touch some grass, bro. Go around the other side of the world and touch some grass.
Yeah.
I don't have time for open world games anymore. I just cannot.
I know.
Big time sink.
I'm more interested in a big world, but like more condensed and more detailed.
Yeah.
Not something where there's just endless expanse with nothing in it. I'll tell you what, Elden Ring did that really good. Their open world is huge. The map is massive, but everywhere is like detailed. It's like they put in so much design work into every part of the map. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, Hogwood would probably scoff at this, but like Assassin's Creed, where it's almost like copy pasted buildings and like copy pasted stuff that they just sort of plonk on the map. It felt a bit more like curated.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, it can be samey. I know what you mean. Like, I to back Assassin's Creed here. I think just the size of their teams. It's not like, obviously some of the buildings probably are like copy and paste, but I was surprised at. Did you play Odyssey, Raptor?
Yes.
Yeah, like every city to me looked different. Every location, I was like, how? I don't understand how they did this, because you're kind of walking around and you think, how did they create a map this big without using copy and paste? I'm sure there was, and you base other buildings off of this. But
I think
everything looked so different.
it's the design elements that repeat themselves.
Yeah,
and I think Assassin's Creed has the problem of, you know how like your goal is to infiltrate that fort, and how you do it is either just like a bull in a china shop, or you can go the assassin's way, but you just do that on repeat across the whole map to clear that area to say, oh, I've completed everything, and then it's copy paste, and that's what it feels like.
I agree. And I've not completed Valhalla. I've not completed Valhalla, even though I really was enjoying it and it looks so good and all the rest of it. It is a bit like, okay, well, this is just the same thing over and over again. But
it's
I get you.
Kind of the same with Skyrim. I love Skyrim. And the cities in that are quite good. They're quite diverse, right? But you go into like most dungeons, and I feel like it's the same dungeon over and over and over again.
Yes,
like you go into a cave, and it's like, oh, I've been here before. Oh wait, no, I haven't. So,
yeah, and that's just time and money, I guess. If the development team had that, then they would all be unique and individual. But thank God for modding, Hogwood. You're gonna have a field day with that, like I did.
You're gonna mod your first playthrough, or are you gonna go in?
Yeah, I'm not gonna heavily change the game, like the gameplay,
just graphics
or anything.
Stuff,
just
right?
the graphics and quality of life improvements and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah, I definitely.
And obviously the boobies.
Yeah, big old boobies.
You want some big titters. I would get UI mods, make the UI better, because that's kind of garbage still.
That's like I said to Hogwood, that's like one of the essential ones is the inventory UI mod. It's just there's a much better one you can use.
Yeah. Raptor's kindly supplied a giant list of categorized mods that he added.
Like 200 mods or something like that. Yeah.
Why are 150 of these titty mods? What's going on?
That's my next playthrough. I'm going to just mod the shit out. It's all going to be like titty mods and the adult section.
Oh God.
Love it.
Have you guys heard of the world's dirtiest man? And it's not.
Do tell.
So, breaking news. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, God.
So the world's dirtiest man, who didn't wash for 67 years, right? 67 years, right? Was convinced to take a shower for the first time and died. At the age of 94, shortly after getting convinced to wash.
How shortly after? He was toweling himself down and then just killed over.
A man formerly described as the world's dirtiest has died soon after he was finally talked into having a shower. Gave up washing for 67 years, convinced that it would bring him bad luck and even kill him. He was right.
Oh, he was right.
Was the dying like related to the fact that he was clean? Like,
I don't know.
Or was it just completely just got hit by a bus?
The microbes were keeping him alive.
Well, I can imagine, 94. Like that you've got layers of like stuff. I mean, I don't know how dirty this guy was, but you're like, what's me and what's dirt? How hard did he scrub? Oh my God! He's
smoking like 4 cigarettes at the same time.
Look at his
so
hands.
That could be related. I know it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like charcoal.
Oh,
yeah, because like what is dirt there and what's tissue?
Who knows?
Wow.
What was his name? Just because I feel we've laughed, but a guy did die.
No, Rip. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, brother.
Can you say that advert for me? How to reduce tummy at my age. That's not even English. How to reduce tummy.
How to reduce tummy. How do I reduce tummy?
Oh.
Oh,
Creepy.
my lord.
The dirtiest man. Oh,
The world's
God.
dirtiest
Did
man.
you see
Rest
the
in
GIMP?
peace.
The GIMP story I posted in Fat Fighters.
GIMP story?
There's a GIMP that, like, this isn't the first time it's been in the news, but he, like, is somewhere in Somerset. I think it's like Bridgewater way, obviously. And there's just a guy dressed up as a GIMP that approaches people at night. He's been reported to the police a few times. No, 100%. 100%. Google it. GIMP. Somerset GIMP.
Somerset GIMP.
I'm
Yeah,
not
this one
Googling
was this one was in the Telegraph.
I'll do
though.
it.
He approached some people that were leaving the pub or something, and they just weren't
The
phased.
alarming Somerset GIMP may have spawned copycats, police fear.
Yeah, see? He's like in a full head-to-toe GIMP suit.
Are you one of them?
No, but that would creep you out, right? If you just walking
I don't
home.
want that. Not at night.
Yeah, I know.
Why is he doing? I mean, I guess it'd be kind of almost weirder during the day.
Just all around Tesco. Just shopping. Doesn't have the same impact. But yeah.
Somerset
Creepy,
GIMP
right?
confronts two young men who gave him a cigarette. Why is this a thing?
I don't know, but the previous story is like it's been going on for years, I think. But like it's been scarier for the other people. Like these obviously weren't too bothered, but other people it's been quite a fright, and they've called the police or whatever.
God.
Yeah. So if you are the GIMP, please write in.
Yeah. We
Our
want
only
the GIMP
listener.
specifically to write in. You listen to this. Have you guys seen much about the Mario movie? And are you interested?
I've not heard of it.
Oh, is it Ryan? Who's in it?
Chris Pratt is voicing Mario.
Oh, is it going to be animated?
Yeah, it's animated. Yeah,
Live action Mario. That's what I want.
You're
You're ready for it. You're ready for it.
There already is one. There's a live
yeah.
action Mario, like a really old movie. It's so bad, but
is it
so good at the same time.
God.
Jack Black is voicing Bowser, and looking at the trailer, I think he's going to be the best part of it. He's got like a really good voice for Bowser, but Chris Pratt just sounds weird.
Who's Princess Peach?
Good question.
Scarlett Johansson. I'm gonna put one out there. Put a name out
Luigi. Who's Luigi?
Charlie Day is playing Luigi, and Keegan-Michael Key is playing Toad. Oh, so good, so good. I think they pitched his voice, but he sounds great. Anya Taylor-Joy is Peach.
I need to look her up. See if I approve. And who's playing Yoshi?
That I do not know. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong though. He wasn't in the trailer, so I don't know how bad that is, but it could be pretty good.
Seth Rogen's voice.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great.
What do you think they're going to do with it? Is it going to be pitched at like adults, or is it going to be a children's movie with like adult humor on top, like a Shrek kind of thing, or is it just going to be? Because do they still bring out Mario games? Like are the younger generation into Mario at the moment? Is it popular?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mario Odyssey was really popular, I think. But that was fucking years ago now. They wait so long to release Mario games.
What do you think the story will be?
God knows. I think it's just going to be like
from a castle.
Yeah, probably.
It's not going to be complex, but like it's just going to be like a Mario movie. Like kind of kids movie, but with some good humor in there.
Imagine the film Inception, but it's Mario.
Yeah, it's going to blow your mind.
It's already being tipped for Oscars.
That's it.
I would play it here. The trailer. If you do watch the trailer, it's like Mario's voice is just so strange. Have you seen Bob's Burgers? Either of you?
No.
I think I have. No.
Damn it. He sounds almost exactly like Linda in that. Quite funny.
We should look out for it.
Well,
we did it. We did it again.
It's been a podcast, hasn't it?
It
the
totally
third
happened.
one.
Oh, we didn't go
sorry,
through Hogwood. Do you remember when we were talking about that game concept that we wanted to pitch to Raptor
Wait, what?
of being a streaker, like a career streaker?
Okay.
We can cover that next
Hit me
time.
with it.
We don't want to do it now.
Oh,
It's quite in depth.
that's
All right,
yeah.
save it for next time. That'll be the first thing we do next time.
But I'd like to change my answer about
Yeah.
what my ideal game would be. And
It's
it's
that.
this.
This it. Okay. On that note,
It's
That's a
very
teaser.
good.
Tune in for episode 4.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Oh baby. All right. Well, that's been us. And it's been
It has.
the Totally Happened podcast, and it totally fucking happened.
it
So-
sure
totally
did.
happened.
I didn't.
That's
didn't
right,
even
we're
wanna
back.
touch the sides. Didn't even want to touch the sides.
Didn't want to touch. What's the title going to be? Didn't want to touch the sides.
I don't ever want to touch the
sides.
sides.
Don't ever
Yeah.
want to touch the sides. Okay,
Done.
noted.
Done and done. I can't get can't get over how 2D your little shark looks.
Yeah, he's like dead facing the camera. If I turned him like,
Yeah. There we go. I like that. Oh, he is flat though on the front, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What have you been doing to it? Anyway, episode 3 done and done.
episode 3 done. Catch us on Twitch where we live stream video games and stuff. We don't have
We
a
do.
schedule, but we are there sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye now.